Hey everybody, welcome back to Enright Gardens. It's been a couple of weeks since we made a video. Me and Lauren took off last week, so everything is really blooming and looking good, and there's been a lot of things got transplanted. We're in the hanging basket house, which is greenhouse number 25. I found a cool impatient, and it's a double bloom impatient. A couple weeks ago we showed you these Baldwin City and Wellsville City baskets, and they were just little bitty short guys then, but now they already got some blooms going and they're almost covering the pots. So I don't know, it's like a jungle in here. You could lose somebody, but it'll even be worse, you know, in a few more weeks when the baskets start getting bigger and hanging. But speaking of that, have you seen Lauren?
I'm over here.
Oh, there she is. What do you got to say, Lauren? Where you been?
Oh, I was just back there looking at that plant. It's actually a fern though.
Oh, it's a fern. Okay.
Yeah. I was just saying we could go see them, all the blooming houses, because
All right.
they all got plants now, except for 26, of course.
All of the greenhouses have something in them except for
26.
one. The rest of them have plants in them. All right, so we're gonna go over and see the geranium house because there's a few geraniums blooming, and then there's a couple of good-looking non-stop begonia blooms that are in 13. So come on with us. Let's check it out. Hey, we made it over to the geranium house. Look at these beautiful red ones here. I found a couple of these pink ones. And what do you got, Lauren?
I got the salmon one and this white one. He's still a little small, but he'll get pretty big soon.
Yep, they're blooming, looking good. All right, we're gonna go check out the non-stop begonias. Hey, we made it over to the non-stop begonia house, and Lauren found these. They look pretty good. This is a dahlia, and this is a New Guinea impatient. And we're gonna walk up this way. Look at the bloom on this non-stop begonia. And then we got a red one up here I want you all to see. It looks pretty cool. Right about here. Look at that. That looks good. There's a nice one right there. They're looking nice. It's hard to beat the bloom on a non-stop begonia. All right, we're gonna go check out the pansy house. All right, we made it over to greenhouse number 30. Some of these pansies are starting to bloom, and there's some viola Johnny jump ups, but man, the smell, it smells really good. It's fragrant. We also have some broccoli, lots of our cold crops. This house is a little chillier in here, so these things are tougher in the earlier cool nights. Got some Brussels sprouts, cabbage, red cabbage. Looks like we got some collards, and then some flowering cabbage. Looks like there's some lettuce down there behind me, and then there's some new things planted. Looks like some petunias. So things are coming along. We're gonna go next door and see what we can see on some perennials and herbs. All right, we made it to greenhouse 29. On this side we got some perennials. On this side we got some herbs. Looks like we got some sweet basil, some delphiniums, poppies, columbine. What do you got?
I found me some Irish moss. There's some more back there somewhere. They're pretty small right now. They will get bigger to vine over the pots.
They like the shade. They're
Yeah,
a ground
they do like
cover
the
that's a
shade.
perennial.
Yeah.
They won't get real tall, but they will fill up the pot.
They do love the summer though.
All right, so we got some catnip, chives. We got some different types of basil. What do we got on this side? We got some coneflower, more Irish moss. There's some coreopsis, some delphiniums. Looks like we got some sedum. And then look at that, there's some herbs on this side. They're supposed to be over here. What's up with that? That Brooklyn, she got them in the wrong place. All right, so then we got some cilantro and some lemon balm. That's fun stuff. Put that in your tea.
No.
All right, let's go find somewhere else to check out. Hey, look at these cool black mamba petunias. Look at that bloom. That's pretty cool. There's a bunch of petunias in this house. This whole house is full of 4.5 inch. There's a few begonias in here. What do you got, Lauren?
Well, there's some petunias right here, some callies, some, let's see, what are these things?
Bacopa.
They are bacopa. There's some begonias over here. There's some more down there too.
All right, lots of hanging baskets, but they're not quite big enough to be hanging over the edge. But there's a lot of them hung up and growing fast. Let's go see what we can find. We came down to greenhouse number 6. Number 6 is one of our older greenhouses. Everything is on the floor. This is a pepper house. It was spring break this week, so we had lots of help There's 640 some flats in here. In greenhouse number 7, which is just the same size, it's got a bunch of tomatoes in there. So there's almost as many tomatoes as there is peppers. Lauren's got us an update.
Well, George, he's gotten pretty big ever since we skipped 2 weeks. He's getting pretty big that he needs a new pot, so we're just going to transplant him soon after he gets fertilizer because these leaves are turning yellow.
Yep, he needs to be fed. So, all right, thanks for watching. Like, tag, or share, and we'll see you next week.